Alright, so Kelly's first off on number 16, par 3. Wind coming off the left-hand side. And that one's flighted a little bit high. It looks like it could potentially be wet. Alright, so Kelly's confirmed he's hit the bank, and that's gone in the water, unfortunately. So a big opportunity here for Sydney to get an early lead. Might not look like it, but the wind is blowing quite a bit. Just a short iron, probably pitching wedge. It's a good looking shot. It looks towards the middle of the green. Alright, so unfortunately Kelly has found the water on 16. It's always a tricky one from the back tee. He's got about 95 to the flag at the moment, but it is a front flag, so it's a bit of a dicey one, but he can't afford not to be aggressive here. With Sydney on the green, he's in the middle of the green, so it's not really a shot that you can afford to be too safe on. Let's see what happens here. High ball flight, looks like it's on the green just to the right hand side. Alright, so Sydney had a great shot here. He flighted a wedge to the safe part of the green. Bit of a tricky putt here, downhill all the way, and got some subtle break at the end. As you can see, that's pretty quick down the hill, bit of work left. Alright, so Kelly's got this for bogey. To avoid being at least 2 behind, depending on what happens with Sydney. It's a good looking putt, just needed a little more pace. This is out just to the left. Alright, so Sydney's got a 2-stroke lead after the first hole, so ideal start for him. On 17 here, tricky hole, short hole, playing about 275, probably about 260 in a straight line. It's aggressive play here. 3 wood, you can just knock an iron down and pitch on, so this is pretty aggressive. Good looking shot just on the right hand side of the green by the looks of things. Alright, so Sydney's hit a cracker. He's taken this hole on, even with the wind coming from the right and all the danger all around the green. So a lot of pressure on Kelly now. It looks like Sydney might even have an eagle putt there, so important that Kelly gets this in play. Another good looking shot, he's ripped that one. Right, so both players had great shots under pressure. This is Kelly now for eagle. Sydney's just over the back, a little bit of a delicate chip left, so this is an important one for Kelly. Get this close and put the pressure on Sydney. We might be down to a 1-shot difference. Good looking putt, just coming up short. Right, so Kelly's got about 2.5 feet for birdie, so a bit of pressure on Sydney here, although he's got a 2-stroke lead. Bit of a tough one, he's chipping down onto a bit of a nose, so this will be pretty quick. Yeah, and it's got away from him a little bit. There'll be some work left for birdie there. Alright, so Sydney's shot did run away from him a little bit. Bit of a tricky putt here, can't afford to be too aggressive, but if you don't hit it firm enough it tends to die away, so let's see how aggressive he gets in terms of pace over here. Tight one. Opens up the door for Kelly. That's a little more than 2.5 feet for Kelly, but nice uphill chance here. And he bangs it in confidently. 1 down, 1 to go. Alright, so crucial for Kelly to hit the fairway here. He's got a real chance. He's back in it after making double on the first. He's only 1 behind. It's a good looking tee shot. Should find the fairway. Alright, sitting now. He's teed it up on the right hand side. Looks like he's going to try and hit a cut. The wind is from left to right. Probably trying to just ride that wind. There's quite a bit of trouble on this hole left and right, so not a straightforward tee shot, but if he really gets one out there, he'll manage to get up and 2 quite comfortably. Kelly has hit the fairway, he's on the right hand side. And he's absolutely crunched that. That's huge. Absolutely huge. Well, this is that trouble I was talking about with the tee. Just to the right, you've got that thick elephant grass, and to the left, you've got trees just waiting to gobble everything up. Alright, well, fortunately, the only thing that Kelly looks to be gobbling is birdie, because he's hit it in the middle of the fairway. Still got quite a way to go. He's got well over 220, I'd say, to the flag. Again, wind pushing towards the penalty area, but he's got to go for broke. One behind, and he's going to be having a dip at this. Looks like 3 wood or 5 wood. Doesn't waste any time, does Kelly. Looks like it's leaking a little right. So Kelly's second shot has found the water on the right hand side, so once again that puts the ball completely in Sydney's court here. He just needs to find the middle of the green and 2-putt, and he should have this wrapped up. As you can see, he's hit a big drive. Just in front of him is the 150 marker, so those of you that have played Bonanza know that's a pretty big hit. If he can find the middle here, Kelly would basically have to hold his next shot, so in a great position. It's a solid hit and it's looking great. Looks like that's towards the middle of the green, and Kelly needs a little bit of a miracle. Alright, so Kelly's full shot went over the back of the green. He's going to end up making 6, so Sydney's got 3 putts for the win. This is for Eagle. Rushed it a little bit. He's still got 2 putts from there, so pretty much a certainty that Sydney's got his second CLM Midweek Masters in the bag. Alright, so 2 putts from here for Sydney for the win. Pretty much a certainty. And this would be for 2 under 3 holes, and he's got it. So congrats to Sydney Wemba. Let's hear it from both of our playoff competitors.
All right, we're here with Kelly Tembo. Kelly, unlucky there. 16, 17, 18 at Bonanza, you have to be aggressive. But you do have some more exciting things coming up. Tell us what's on your schedule for next week.
Next week, my schedule is Zimbabwe Open. We are given 2 slots for Zambians. So one of the slots I took it because I'm leading the order of merit for Zambian professional golf. So I think I'm excited to go and represent the country there in Zimbabwe.
Okay, that's going to be an awesome event. I know it's a very popular one at Royal. Okay, outside of professional golf, let's talk about where you play your golf, Chilanga. Tell us a little bit about the work that you do there.
It's not just about playing golf at Chilanga. My main focus is on the junior golf because I've got more than 6 kids I coach privately, besides the academy that Chilanga Cement is doing. So I look forward to see those boys come and play at my level, even better than I do, because I'm seeing golf improving in the country and I'm seeing golf going further. So my main focus is one day to sit down looking at the kids that I taught golf, playing in the big events like this one, playing in the Sunshine Tour event like the one I'm playing next week, even further above that.
Okay, super, Kelly. Good luck for next week, and well done for your performances in CLM Masters. You've always been at the top, and you're an old dog, but you're a strong one.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. All right, we are here with the winner of the April edition of CLM Midweek Masters, Sydney Wemba. Sydney, congratulations on your second win. A tricky 3 holes to navigate because it can swing either way. Tell us a little bit of your strategy after seeing Kelly's ball go in the water. What was your swing or your thought process on 16 there?
My strategy from home with my sister, we said we have to hit more greens and we try to putt. Actually, the moment I saw Kelly Tembo going into the water, and I just said, let me just hit it mid of the green, then I try to get a par.
It was a solid shot, and then moving on to 17, you had a 2-stroke lead. It was quite a bold move hitting the tee shot that you did on 17. You obviously had confidence and success going for that green before.
Yeah, what happened there, because I tried to go for the green, but my sister said, what happened there, there's no point of trying to go for the green whereby you're leading by 2. Just hit it on the right of the green and try to chip and make a putt.
Okay, and then tell us a little bit more about your schedule as well. I know that you've been up and down all over the place. What lies ahead for you in the next couple of weeks?
Next week I'm going to Cameroon. After that, then I'll go to Gabon, because I've been invited like area before the Zim Open. So my next weekend, the other week, I'm quite busy. Looking forward to come back and play the Zambia Open.
Okay, thank you, Sydney, and we appreciate all the work that you do here. Our amateurs really look forward to playing with you again when you are back in town, and just keep on putting in the good work. Those rounds of 64 have been unbelievable to watch, and I think especially in April we kind of thought, whoa, where is Sydney? And all of a sudden you turned it around on the back nine. So we know that you're one that can go low, and we wish you all the best with your travels in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Also, what I wanted to say is I want to thank Bonanza, thank Charles also for try to bring up the good initiative to create a platform for us to get the game of golf, and thank you so much. Also, I'd like to thank my sponsors, main sponsor Zanaco Bank and Golf Up for the good equipment.
Super, thanks, Sydney. All the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, so CLA Midweek Masters was introduced for two main reasons. Number one, obviously the professionals. There's quite a lot of talent in Zambia, and unfortunately there's not too many opportunities to stay competitive. So, a lot of people comment when the Sunshine Tour comes around and some of the local performances aren't maybe what they should be. The reality is that if you're not competing week in, week out, you're not going to get into that competitive mode. So that was one of the reasons, to be able to give them something to compete for every single week. Obviously we've added prize money. We'll be turning up the media hype as well to get them used to that kind of pressure. But I'm sure you've seen from the scoring that there's some serious talent here. The other reason was to add some value to our amateurs as well. Some of our amateur golfers have really improved tremendously in the 3 months that we've been running this. The pros play in the morning in terms of their serious golf and the scoring for the pro event, but they join the amateurs in the afternoon, and I think there's so much value there for the local golfer in Lusaka to come and play with these guys. I mean, Sydney Wemba shooting 64, he's done it twice now. To be able to stand side by side with someone like that, you've got real characters like Kelly Tembo, who just churns out under par rounds all the time. So it's really added a lot of value to our membership. Yeah, well, I think the first 3 months has been really successful. We've seen some amazing scoring, and we've seen the scoring averages drop. We've also seen the boys in some pressure situations, so it's been nice for them to get that experience. I think now what we need to do is increase that pressure a little bit. So there's two ways we do that. Number one would be obviously increasing prize money, which would attract a more competitive field, which is number two. The more competitive that field is, and the more skilled that field is, the better the performance are going to become. So we're looking for some additional sponsors to help us cover some costs. We cover the transport and the meals for the pros. We do have some partners that we'll be announcing next week in terms of that. But I can promise you now that the value that sponsors would get will be huge. In the first 3 months, we were kind of just testing the waters. Over the next 3 months, we start to launch a little bit of a media campaign and really create some avenues for exposure as well. So if there are any corporates that would be interested in joining us for the CLA Midweek Masters, you can come alongside ourselves, Southern Cross Motors, and really make a serious impact in the world of professional golf and amateur golf, because, like I said, the amateurs are benefiting from this too. It's tough to give a favorite player. There's some serious characters out there. I think I'll break that into two categories. I think amateur-wise, it's a tough one between Wemba Chanda and I've got to say Denmark Malambo. He's got some serious grit, and he showed us last week when he shot 65. He was 6 under through 9. That he's as good as anyone. So those are my two favorite Emmys, and then I think I've got to go with Sydney and Kelly, who battled it out in that playoff. They're some serious characters. Sydney's sweet swinging. Kelly's got confidence that you don't see in everyone, and I really do believe that this is almost like a second chapter in his career. So we wish him all the best in Zim next week. But yeah, that's a tough one. what I do like about that question is that I think we're going to have some kids that are looking up to these guys now. You know, the smartphone has changed the world and is certainly changing the game. I know every child in Zambia might not have access to a smartphone, but the news is certainly getting out there that we've got some really good local talent, and I'm hoping that during the course of this year all of our pros will be able to give back to those juniors as well.